Oh, are we live yet? Is the real question. It appears so. Hello. Welcome to this VOD review of BDS and Team Heretics. How's you doing? I'm very happy to be doing this one because tomorrow is a pretty shit day. If you don't know, I usually do a video on the 13th of February. Spoiler alert, that's my birthday. You'll be getting a video tomorrow going through everything that's happened since last February. But yeah, today we have BDS and Team Heretics, of which both are in the group stages of the LEC Winter Split. Heretics losing yesterday in a very close brawl with Vitality. And BDS have to play today against G2 at no small feat. So, this game is intriguing because as a whole, nothing happens until the 27th minute of the game, where everything just turns around on its head, and we'll probably focus in on that bit. But for now, let's just get into the draft. BDS are on blue, which is a good sign, and Heretics are on red. Now, Heretics this year have given Evie a nice Cassante throughout the year to kind of powerhouse them through this competition. And as a whole, it's been very solid. He's performed well, solo boloing pretty much everyone he's faced. And today he's going up against Mr. Sorry about that. He's going up against Adam. So this should be an interesting matchup to me because it's a Cassante one trick versus a guy who just plays whatever he really wants to. Now, bans are intriguing to me because on the newest patch they're playing in groups, Yumi is a non-factor, and personally I'm happy about that. And the rest of these bans, there's a lot of focus towards the bot lane, as well as Adam's Darius being banned out. The Blood Brothers from Noxus has been banned away as well. Ashe first pick makes sense. I mean, Heretics here could like answer with a Heimer pickup because realistically speaking, Ashe is either going to be the support paired with the likes of say a Varus and just have a lot of harass, or if you take away the Heimer here or the Varus, in fact you could go Varus Heimer here. Yeah, you take away a lot of the good synergizing picks that Ashe can go with. And as a whole, you're now looking at maybe a Lulu support for the Ashe. Maybe a Nami. I mean, it's not that powerful. But realistically speaking, you lock in your support here if you're BDS. And or ADC. That bot lane for BDS is kind of scary. That's a lot of harass and a lot of damage. If Heretics get the poke down though, I think that early game it slightly favors the Zeri and the Ashe, but as the game goes on, that Heimer Varus does a lot more damage. You've also got a nuke on an Azir, which is kind of surprising to me because he has tended to go towards the likes of a Sylas or a Kali as his sort of basis for his pool, so less control mage-esque and more so assassin heavy mid picks. Now what's open left is the likes of an Elise. That's still open. Sedge was picked up by Heretics for Yankos. He loves that champion. But Sheo has tended to actually go towards this Sejuani. His pool, I think, is quite shallow in comparison to Yankos, so Heretics taken away is pretty nice. BDS going to respond with mid lane bans, which is kind of standard. And personally, I want to just quickly pause here and take that over to my side screen. And lower it, because that is holy moly quite loud in my ears. There we go. Okay, back into this draft. Cassante banned by Heretic. That's a surprise. Because surely you blind pick Cassante here and BDS would be like, okay, we'll play Olaf into it. Or Jax. Like, even though they've just banned out the Jax, this is kind of interesting how Heretics want to play topside. Akali would make sense here. You've got a lot of lockup on your side here already for Heretics. So, an assassin mid laner should do work here. Instead, they're going to pivot to Silas. Yeah. I mean, these two have kind of been the prevalent sort of melee mid laners that we've been seeing in the meta right now. Or mainly Silas in the meta right now. He's seen a lot more play. And probably he's going to see quite a bit of play today in the 2 best of 3s. I'm really looking forward to seeing how these two play out. Obviously yesterday, if you don't know, I predicted both, or all 4 series so far. Both of them bang on correct for me. I'm happy because I didn't expect them to be so one-sided. But yeah, we win these. Draft-wise now, Set. I mean, Set is an interesting pick because he does have a lot of burst potential with that Haymaker. But current meta-wise, Set is very out of it. And I usually forget he's a champion now because of it. Like, he's one of them champions that are on the edge that I enjoy playing. But, like, he doesn't get played at all in the meta. He doesn't fit in. And that's one thing about Adam people question is he's playing these off-meta top picks that realistically aren't that strong, but yet he finds success with them. Now, looking at the rest of the drafts as it has come together, Renekton versus Set, it's a Renekton early game, Set possibly later wins it. Vi versus Sedge. Apologies, I'm quite tired. I mean, it's toss up. Mid lane, Azir versus Silas. Favors Azir early, but as the game goes on, Silas offers more in team fights. And then bot side, Heimerdinger and Varus versus Ashe and Zeri. I think later into the game it goes. It favors the Varus and Heimer. But early game, I think it's going to be a lot of torment coming out from the Zeri and the Ashe. Then again, the Ashe arrows flying at you every 30 seconds is annoying. I don't know. It's going to be down to execution, personally, across the two teams who win this one. As right now, the drafts are fairly even, and this should be a good, like, placing of the strengths of these two rosters. So on to the Rift. Level 1. Gonna get some level 1 action. Obviously, Heimer wants to set up his turret, so this is standard. Flash immediately burnt out from the Zeri. But look at the volleys. They're just putting Hope down. Set Flash. Oh, that was perfect. So, essentially, I played a lot of Heimer this meta. And he's very strong. But controlling lane is the aim of this champion. So what you do is level 1, you use your trinket, or someone uses a trinket to check this brush, because if they get a rapid rollout, they'll be there already. You skip this brush, you put a turret here, so it's on the edge of the actual brush, so that if someone comes forward, they're immediately hit by it. And you also are less likely, if it's against these walls, to be hitting the minion wave, although they'll fan out right here, so you will probably be hitting onto one melee minion. You then put your second turret here, because you then do not hit any of the minions that roam in, like on the line, but you also hit anyone who walks into this brush. Now, realistically speaking, you can see Zeri is kind of checking for this brush, like for a turret to have been placed down, because she might think the Heimer's turreted here to get the speed up to walk in here, turret, and get it up in the face. Instead, what we end up seeing is Heimer is doing the thing. He's putting the turret here. I usually have it here, but he's putting it slightly further back. That makes a bit more sense because it's obviously the Zeri or Q probably won't reach it if it's there, if she's stood in this brush. But yeah, he walks up immediately, places it in the face of the Zeri. Now, obviously, that's going to get him some gold. But look, Ruby Silas is right in the face of Crowny. So, as soon as the dash comes forward, he's immediately burning the flash. It makes sense too. And as such, I personally think this is a good play overall from Heretics at this point. If they knew, if they didn't know that the rest of BDS were here. Look what Adam and Shea are doing. Immediately, they're not focusing in onto Ruby like from here. Yes, he has just used his dash. But look, the volleys hits. I don't know if it'll hit Evie, but it looks like it will. No, it hits all three. And the crit damage, it's huge. Is there throwing down poke? But look at Sheo, look at Adam. Adam knows they're there. Look how many wards get dropped by BDS to ensure they have vision. So as soon as they go forward, I keep hitting that. Flash from Mercer saves him. But look, Ruby pulled Bonk headfirst into this Adam with that face breaker. Look at what Shea is doing. He is channeling the vial. He's going to go immediately through here. And he threads the needle because it's very easy to actually hit the Renekton here and not Ruby. And essentially, it's an easy kill. The only summoner or summoners burnt from this BDS lineup is two flashes. One on Zeri, who has the safety of the cleanse, but one on Adam, meaning top lane is a little bit harder for him, but it's not too big of an impact as a whole. As for looking at Heretics, flash on Mercer's gone. Heal on Jack Spectra's gone. None of the other summoners. So it's basically a trade in summoners. I think still favors BDS because they get the first blood. But look at all them wards. I did point it out, and yeah, they really wanted to get that kill. It's very solid. Anyway, we'll take the reset here. Just buy up, see if anything of worth is picked up here. Nice pickup there for the set. Obviously getting the first blood gold. Gets him a cloth armor. Makes this top lane matchup a little bit easier for him. Obviously, a lot of AD damage coming out from that Renekton. Sedge also can put some on. And, you know, I actually like this pickup overall. Now we get to the start. It's actually going to be a Raptor start for the Vi. And a red buff start as we watch the fight again. Yeah, this is just honestly an overstep by Ruby. If the Eerie, he could have flashed the Facebreaker, but he wasn't given the chance to. It was a good play overall from Adam to net the first blood. But yeah, we'll go into the actual jungle pathing. So it looks like Sheo is going Raptors into red, and then probably into wolves and then blue. But he's actually going to full clear bot. Top side, yeah, Adam, level 2 already. Gonna harass down. Both teams are full clearing their red side jungle as Cleanse just immediately burnt there by the Zeri. So, full clears on the red side. Adam's gonna get punished here. He's playing very aggressive. Sedge lands the brittle procs. Boom. Easy kill. Over aggression there by Adam. He thinks he's winning the matchup, but he just doesn't have any safety tools left to him. He was also forced to level his E up first, so they knew that he had that, but he couldn't realistically get a haymaker. Because I think he'll have been forced into Q second. Yeah, Q second already picked up. He hasn't gone for his W, meaning he doesn't have that safety shield that possibly could have allowed him to turn around that fight. But Evie, able to get an equalization in CS here, which is nice for him. He's needed it. But Adam, still very strong. Already got his boots. He's got 300 gold and then picked up that cloth. And then another 300 gold, dies, gets his boots. Top side still, though, is being pushed in favor of Adam. He could actually freeze the wave here, or near his turret, so that he can essentially allow Sheo to come make up a play on Evie to keep this set ahead. Because the rest of the map is somehow favoured to Heretics right now. As Heimerdinger doing Heimer things. Just forcing the Ashe off the wave. It's such a dirty thing that I love seeing. Because I do it all the time. Oh, I love Heimerdinger as a champion. Sheo trying to steal away the camps. He's getting collapsed on. Evie just gonna hover here. Yeah, they've got him. They've locked him up. He isn't gonna get away with Q. That's a waste of a flash as well. Because the autos were already coming through. Unless he flashed a wall and Q'd away, he was not getting away with that. And that's just burning of summoners for no reason. But Heretics fighting back. They've somehow clawed themselves 2 kills back into this game. And they're making this early game very scrappy. Which is kind of what they need to do. Because if they don't, BDS will just, I think, outscale at this point. Top side, oh. There should be just the 2 teams disengaging. Sheo shouldn't be able to get on top of Evie. Yankos gonna hover around as well. Ensure some protection. Yeah, nothing really can be gained here by the 2 teams. Let's just take a look at the push coming out from either side. Never mind. A lot of aggression here. Sheo gonna miss the Q. Adam's just gonna get punished for it. This is way too aggressive out of BDS, and yeah. They think they're winning top, when in actuality it's pretty much tied before this fight. We need to watch this again. I need to watch it again. So, what happens is, this is a very extended, drawn out fight. And so, what we end up seeing, we're still here. So we pan up top. Yankos is still here. So is Adam, and they go for a play. They try to kill him. They don't get enough damage, and that summoner's burnt on Ebby. The flash was burnt for basically nothing. Sheo just hovers here, holding the wave, allowing Adam to push it in and possibly go for a reset. But Yankos is like, no, you're not able to do this. And Dom comes back to protect Sheo, and just look at the chunking being done to the two BDS members. Just engaging onto Sedge has caused this, as Ebby gets Facebreaker, he Qs away damage and heals a bit. Now Adam's stuck. The Q misses, and as such, just immediately Adam is focused. That leaves a 2v1, and Ebby is just going to clean that up. That's just phenomenally well played by Heretics to get themselves this kill. And as a whole, a free and easy push into turret. Adam's going to TP so he doesn't lose the minions. But this as a whole was huge for Heretics in unlocking Ebby and possibly allowing him to be a win condition for this game. And then we get a replay anyway of the fight, so me doing that makes no sense. So yeah, it's a nice cool and meek from Ebby to keep himself topped up. Adam then realizes he's gone way too far, so Sheo tries to bail him out, but cannot, and then it's just death. Flash from Yankos secures the W as we go back into live. I'm gonna have a nice drink of Soda Stream. Okay. Bot side. You don't need to hit the ult. You just poke them out. I think BDS were expecting this, but just did not pay enough respect to Yankos, who is a fed Sedge. Good kill. And I'm just going to try and punish and steal away the red, which is fair enough. But Yankos probably will take away the scuttle. Never mind. I thought he'd start Drake here, but obviously Sheo is on the bottom half of the map, and he is missing, so realistically anyone could have took it. And I'm, though, going to steal away red. Yankos will find that out soon enough, that his buff's been stolen. Because Evie's obviously got a free push topside. And as soon as he shows up right now, they know, oh, my red buff's been taken. Whether or not Yankos sees this, in fact, I think he'll have been informed, because he is not going straight to that buff. He is instead taking Herald. Yeah. This is on vision. And Sheo is pathing up there. He is not going to get there in time, and Yankos gets that quite easily. Good trade, personally. I think red buff for Herald is certainly more favourable to Heretics. And Yankos able to pick up some boots and a Barmy. Pretty nice. And the reason I say it was pretty nice is it's a lot of heavy AD damage coming out from this BDS lineup. Yankos is going to be quite hard to kill. Personally saying, the only one that can really shred him will probably be Azir. But for right now, he's already looking for a play bot side. He has not been spotted. And he has now been spotted on vision. He knows that as well. Top side, Ebby. Force the wall. TP comes through. Fighting. That's just what the... Huh. Huh. Okay. So, essentially, Heretics know that Ebby is going to be dived here. They know that A, Nuke is missing from the mid lane. And so, Ruby is in a position to TP after he's cleared the wave. He has just used a bit of mana, probably to chunk it out. But look, Ebby, Dominus is popped. Sheo shows. And so at this point, the TP comes through to make it a 2v2. And BDS are like, yeah, we got everything we wanted here. We got the TP out of the mid laner. Drake is up soon. We can go... Oh, Drake is up right now. We can go get that. However, Ebby wants to fight. He wants to punish this play because my mid laners just had to TP here. I'm ahead of you. I can easily kill you. But what ends up happening is... Flash. Oh, that's such a nice flash. Flash from Adam gets behind Ebby, and it's just immediately into a assault and battery, or cease and desist, whatever you want to call it, from Vi, and then it's just a Emperor's Divide into Facebreaker, I think. Because he gets launched with the Emperor's Divide that way. But I think he gets pulled back by a Facebreaker. And then bonk with the Haymaker. You originally would think, oh, that's because of the Emperor's Divide from Ruby. But no, it's the Facebreaker as the two soldiers meet in the middle. Pretty clutch. Arrow's gonna miss. We already saw that. But yeah, that is a very nice combo out of BDS. Obviously, it's smart because they know that Jankos was bot side from immediately earlier being spotted out by the ones in that brush. Oh, what? What? Huh? Okay. Okay, so... The reason I'm making them noises is because we come back to the point I was just making. They knew Jankos was bot side. You see, he takes that. That should be your cue to back the F up. You also know that he was down here a few minutes ago because of your wards. So why are you playing so far forward if you are BDS as bot side? You also know the rest of your team is top side. And they don't have summoners to come visit you like the TPs. So Jankos, still here. Look how far forward Crowny is. He was hitting the wave, playing a bit too greedy in my opinion. And as such, he gets punished. Because Jankos just throws the ult onto Labrov, who has no summoners. If Jack Spectra was actually with this Heretics lineup at this point, this would have definitely been a kill over to Heretics and a fight back. But instead, he's not, and somehow Labrov makes it out. Look how long it takes Jack Spectra to catch up to this. It's slow, and he isn't exactly getting turret plating. The minions are going to crash now. But, like, this, in my opinion, is a misplay by Heretics. Because you can't... I don't think they could have killed that, regardless. But yeah, topside yet again. It's just a well-played dive from BDS in the sense that they get the TP. And then the follow-up is just perfect from Adam. I don't like the fact that Ebby went aggressive there, but it's a misplay, personally. Back to top, and Adam's finally back in the lead. It is a very close topside matchup, honestly. Both players are kind of controlling lane in small portions, as Crowny's playing very aggressive, keeping himself alive. That ward will now spot Jankos, but the roam already Sheo's down here. They know he's here. So Herald gets dropped. Spectra's gonna get 2 plates. Obviously he killed the first plate before Herald crashed. But gold is being funneled into Jack Spectra here. which is nice because we never really have seen this season from BDS. Like, a lot of play towards Jack Spectra. It's been iffy at best for him this year. I don't think he's played the best. Ash Arrow, oh. I mean, I can't really break that down. That's just a perfectly placed Ash Arrow picking off Ebby. And just capitalized. Obviously, the further the arrow travels, the longer the stun, and the fact that there's no... Never mind. Oh, the flash. Oh, Yankos. You monster. Basically, Ash Arrow, further it travels, the longer the stun. Simple. That arrow was quite a bit distance. It was from basically mid lane mid. But we've got to fight here. Misplay. Honestly. So, we'll go back to the start of this. Simply put, Nuke pushing wave. He wants to get a turret plate here, and he's dropped an aggressive Sand Soldier. Usually, if you're killing turrets, you put your Sand Soldier behind you, because then you can E back to them safely. He's gone aggressive, and that's kind of a mistake. Once he uses a Q forward, he knows, Yankos knows, well, how are you going to escape other than putting a soldier behind you and Eing to it? You can't get the extended dash with your Q now. So he immediately goes over the wall. Boom. Nice, juicy Glacial Prism. Into a lot of proc damage from his passive. Flash is used here by Nuke. And he thinks, okay, I can use my Emperor's Divide to kind of keep you away. He pushes back Ruby. But Yankos, that's a very hard flash. And he hits it perfectly. And making this kill pretty... It looks simple. Because he predicts the ultimate. But it's a hard thing to do, and I love that play as a whole from Yankos. Now we're just watching Ruby. He sees Sheo is here. He also now sees Adam. And he's way too far forward. Because BDS have this wombo combo of Q from Vi into Assault and Battery, or Cease and Desist, whatever you want to call it, into Facebreaker Haymaker. It's such a dirty combo that basically means that if Ruby stays too close, he's just used his dash away. So they know they can essentially dive on him. But yeah, Q's being procced. Immediately into the Cease and Desist. Boom. Show stopper. Good night to the Silas. It's just perfectly played overall by BDS to get a response kill. Both mid lane is kind of in. That's all I have to say. His aggression causes kills as Heimer's just caught. That's just a lovely combo. Gonna say, Q into Ash Arrow just means death. That's the sort of thing BDS will be doing though, is these sorts of dirty picks. They've got a lot of CC on this lineup. And it's very hard, in my opinion, to deal with if you are Heretics who, as a whole, can respond with their own CC. It's basically whoever lands a CC first wins. Like, if you lock up a target, you're definitely going to win the fight. It's simple as. Now, the interesting thing here is, there's only one cleanse on the board, and that's for BDS's Crowny. If Jack Spectra gets hit by that CC chain, he is going to immediately burst. Like, he has not got that safety net, and it surprises me that while, obviously, I expect a Rylai's Rush from the Heimer, they aren't actually going for a Mikhail's Blessing. Now, personally, there's a couple of options for champions to pick that up. There's the Sejuani, and then there's the Heimer as picks for getting this item. And I think that as this game goes on, it would be beneficial for one of them to have it as Ash Arrow. Yeah, what did I say? If they get that CC chain fully down, you're going to get bursted out. And that was not even a full combo hit onto Jack Spectra. So just watch. I'm apologizing for yawning, but watch this. Essentially, Lebrov's here. He's got Arrow prepped. He's essentially waiting for Jack Spectra to use his Q, because when he does, essentially it slows down the Varus, and he doesn't have that much movement. So as soon as he sees it, never mind, he doesn't even need to see it. He just fires the arrow and it hits. It's shorter range, so it's not that long of a stun. And boom, immediately Emperor's Divide comes out from Ruby. Not Ruby, from Nuke. An important stun though hits Adam from Jankos here. Because if that stun wasn't hit, Adam would have face breakered him right here. And that would have been a kill. But instead, a lot of stuns come flying back at BDS by Heretics. And that honestly is why we don't see a kill there onto Jack Spectra. So, a lot was burnt there by BDS. But when your ADC has no summoners, Heretics cannot contest this Drake. And as such, they go for the smart option, which is making plays on the other side of the map. This is something that I've seen a lot more this year, is teams in the LEC looking for plays on the other side of the map, which in the past they would not have done this. They would have actually have just sat back and kind of just farmed. It's a good responsive method, and it's why this game has stayed quite close, considering it's been tilting back and forth in terms of lead. Now, Herald has been dropped. Ash Arrow's going to go wide. Never mind, it actually hits. Both arrows hit. That's good play by Jankos to protect the Heimerdinger, not allowing Mercer to get popped there, but essentially this last minute has been quite crazy, and tempo has picked up. BDS got Drake and tried to put pressure down bot side. And Heretics got Herald. They got top lane tier 1. And tried to get the mid lane tier 1 on top of it. Now we've got a repeat dive. But I don't think Heretics lose this one. And yeah. That's a kill onto Adam. Yeah. There's not much to say about that. Good play overall from Heretics. I mean, I'm now sinking back into my nice chair because I'm at the stage of the game where I would be assuming there's not enough action. But we're getting kill after kill. It's intriguing. Arrow goes wide. He was waiting for the Q there. As I was saying, Lebrov was waiting to Q when the Q came out from Jack Spectra to fire off that arrow. So we watch this again. Top side dive. We know Jankos is here. Obviously, BDS don't. And so they assume it's an easy kill. Ebby is quite low, although he has got a full rage bar. So when the cease and desist comes through, I do believe Ebby actually uses his W here. In fact, he does. He gets the first part of his stun onto Adam, meaning that the damage out from the set has been stifled, which means he doesn't get it out all in one go. And the burst is essentially slowed down to a point that allows Ebby to get away. On top of that, the stun out from Yankos means that Haymaker doesn't come out either. And boom. It's just perfectly played by Yankos and Ebby. Like, you don't realize that they're the keys to making this play succeed. And as a whole, I'm pretty proud of how it has turned out. After this, you've got Jack Spectre here picking up a kill onto Vi. And I'm just going to try and kill the wave, get as much CS and gold before backing. And they realize it's a misplay. And woo! That's it, baby. We're now going to get to the farming stage. 2 minutes on Drake. 2 minutes on Baron. Gold is still surprisingly even. 1k in it. Which is marginal. But this turret falling is huge for Heretics. It opens up a lot on the map. Not having to deal with the tier 1 allows them to make some crazy wraparound plays. Also allows a bit more access into the jungle. And bot lane tier 1's also falling. All outer turrets have fallen. Except mid lane tier 1. Zeri obviously has cleanse. She's going to immediately cleanse out the thing, but the ult comes out. Yeah. That's overall a really solid play. Oh no. The fighting still continues. Oh god. Still continuing. Ruby, it's got... Wait, it's not Ruby. It's fucking Nook. Oh, Ebby's so low. The Haymaker not going to come out. Oh, the collapse from Heretics is just too good. They're responding well to the plays that BDS are making. Obviously, Yankos made a play topside onto Crowny, which we'll probably see. Never mind. So Brov is hidden off to the side. Arrow. Oh, it's just a perfect arrow. Flash, Emperor's Divide, cease and desist, kill. Ebby's like, nah, I want this. Sheo misses his Q yet again. And Adom's now aggressing too hard. He showstoppers Ebby. But it's a Q. Sheo doesn't hit his Q. And yeah, just bursts too high from this Heretics lineup. And personally, I think that's another misplay out from BDS. They're playing very sloppy. And it's costing them. Will we see an Ash Arrow? It's on cooldown. No, we won't. So, Drake over to Heretics. It's a Cloud Soul on the table this game, and that's not too big. But right now, looking at how this is going, yeah, BDS cannot take that. Yeah, looking at how this is going, we've definitely reached the slower part of this game. It's not a kill every 10 seconds anymore. Both teams are farming. I get to enjoy just steady lanes. My voice can deal with it. Never mind, we're probably going to get a fight here because Sheo will definitely want to kill. No, it's Yankos who wants to kill. Oh, that's Heimer ult going wide. Sheo being bursted. He's force low. I think Heretics can turn to the Baron. They're not going to, but with Sheo bursted low, he could. Set do damage, Them damage graphs really tell you something about this game. And why it turns around. 3k gold is the lead here for Heretics. Where does that gold lie, though? I think most of the gold, sadly, lies on Yankos, who probably can buy up his Sunfire cape. He hasn't backed probably in a while. He is just hovering between lanes, though, which means he probably can buy quite a bit. Obviously, Radiant Virtue is pretty powerful right now. In fact, I think that's one of the most powerful items on the current meta. Okay, just a little tussle in this top half of the map. No kill gonna go down. Rylai's has been picked up for the Heimer, which is lovely. I love this item. It just means so much, like, harassment and slowdown on the enemies. Like, you look at champions that want to move quick. You look at Zeri. You look at Vi. And you look at Set. Because they want to chase you down. Heimer's kind of the antithesis of just, you don't get to run quick at me, boy. I keep you at distance. And I love that into this BDS lineup. And it was a second pick. They didn't even know what BDS were going to arc. So that's huge. Top. Arrow is ready. It's not going to be fired. And Sheo's going to back away. See, when I do these breakdowns, I'm going to go off topic here. I have watched the games before. But, like, I tend to forget, like, important actions that happen in them. And I really don't know what's going to happen in, like, 30 seconds. Because both teams are definitely going to set up with this Cloud Drake. Yeah. But I think it's more so Heretics focusing these. They certainly have more of a setup. And you know, as I wrap myself up a bit more warmer, that's why all the banging sounds are going off. There we go. Ooh. Heretics somehow found the inside lane to mid lane. And they're just going to brute force tier 2. Ooh. There's not even a flank opportunity here for BDS. Because if Crowny and Sheo went in there, definitely Crowny was dying. He would have been immediately bursted. Are they two-manning? They were trying to two-man Baron. Not going to work out. Yankos and Ruby spotted. Okay. Drake going and go over. They know they're on it. The turret was spotted attacking the Drake. And yeah, Yankos going to pick that one up quite easily. And tempo's once again slowed down. Kills haven't picked up since about the 18-minute mark. But I would say this, looking at the items on each team. If one pick, the arrow's going to go wide. TPU's also. Yankos going to keep him away. Bot side, Evie versus Adam. That's Showstopper use and Dominus. Flash forward stun. Not enough damage here. That haymaker's going to be huge if it lands. No chase down. And that's just a solo bolo for Ebby. Wow. The set, obviously, we know is behind, but damn, that damage shouldn't have been that much. I thought it would have been a immediate disengage from Adam. But he wasn't given that opportunity, and wow. He dies with his flash still up. I'm just looking at the map right now. There's teleport flank wards set up for BDS. Adam's up in 18 seconds. He could literally come in on the flank. Nuke is backing. He does not want to continue that push topside because he knows Ebby's coming. But here comes BDS. There's the flank ward. Oh. I mean, I think we all see what's happened here. Let's just slow it down. So, essentially, Nuke is back to base. He doesn't have TP. Adam's up in 4 seconds. So immediately Azir's running out of base. And Sheo is queuing forward to kind of keep pressure onto this Heretics lineup. This Ash Arrow, I think, is intended for Mercer. And the reason I say that is, that wall is hella thick and probably very hard to flash. So, yeah, that's going to hit Mercer. He turns, thinking, okay, if it hits me, I'm putting damage down. Flashes perfectly. He hits the flash. Jack Spectra, I don't think was expecting Mercer to actually flash it. And realistically, doesn't have the opportunity to flash himself. And do you remember when I said that there's no cleanse on Jack Spectra? And you look at the rest of his team, unless you have Sedge building Mikhails or Heimer, if Jag Spectra ever gets caught out, he's dead. This time, he's hit by an Ash Arrow from range. Mercer's obviously going to try and use his E to keep away this BDS lineup. But the Assault and Battery is unstoppable. And so he's locked up. Zeri is here. Pops the ult. Q twice. Third one would have definitely killed, but obviously it's going to be the fight back here from Heretics. They've lost their ADC, who was their main source of damage, who still has his ult. And Ruby goes in with his own Assault and Battery, essentially putting him in the face of Crowny, who hasn't had to cleanse yet. Huge haymaker out from Adam onto Yankos. And that's a dead mid laner. This is just chase down city. The comp designed to chase you down, hunt you, and kill you just picked up a very easy 4-kill fight. Mercer somehow survived. I think he ran as soon as he used his E. He knew that fight was over, and yeah. That's just the turnaround that BDS needed to get back in the game. Labrov is essentially keeping him in it. His Ash play has been phenomenal this game, honestly. Baron goes over to BDS. So, gold that's on the table is all the outer tier 2s. That's going to be a nice amount of influx of gold. They're going to definitely pick up off this Baron once they've backed. So we watch this again. It's just the Ash Arrow. Mercer flashes it. Jack Spectra gets tagged by it. Assault and Battery. Zerial. Boom, boom. Now Ebby's also in a mix of it. He's kind of screwed. Silas goes way too deep. He's just killed. Yeah, it's just the fact that the entire carry setup of BDS is able to free fire in this fight. Yes, Heretics did try to kill off Crowny. It wasn't enough. It was pretty bad, and yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. BDS somehow are back in this game after turning that massive gold graph. Yeah, when I said there's something happened at the 27-minute mark that caused a massive spike in gold, that's it. Because, spoiler alert, oh, the Ashara goes wide. But spoiler alert, I looked on a certain website, GOL, that has all of the game results on it. I love it. It's a great website for making analysis like this because it just tells you everything. Okay. Azir probably will drop turret here. Just makes sense to it keeps away Heretics. Obviously, Drake's up in 20 seconds. Personally, I think BDS could give up Soul because it's not that impactful. Arrow gets dodged. Ebbie's on his own here. Thing is, if you're Heretics here, yes, you have permanent vision of that Herald. Not Herald, Scuttlecrab, that's its name. But, like, how are you going to get in? Because Azir can set up his soldiers, Asher's volleys are there, also the Zeri poke. That's a hard choke point to go through. And I don't think Yankos steals it. He does not. In actuality, what he ends up doing is he just ults and doesn't smite. That's unlucky. But what's unlucky for Heretics is Adam's got into the backside with his ult. He is being tagged up, but look at that Haymaker combo, Mercer! It's deleted! Yes, Adam is the first casualty of the fight, but look how much damage he did to the backside of Heretics. Ebby's looking to chase. Ebby's looking to chase down Crowny. He isn't going to get it. I don't think. Unless Crowny hasn't got his E. But what he does have is Sheo blocking for him. Just shot. It's just Crowny. Crowny's firing in. How no kills picked up there. Asharo hits Jack Spectra again. Oh, and Azir's here to clean up. Oh. Lebrov, man. It's just Lebrov hitting arrow after arrow. And that's the two bot laners for Heretics down. That's BDS going for the win. Oh. Newt gets taken out by Yankos. And also, Lebrov dies. No. Crowny. The damage this Zeri does with Hurricane. It's just amplified. Yeah. I'm lost for words here. That fight should not have happened. None of these fights should have happened. It's a hard one to break down. I'm pretty sure there's a replay. Or I hope there's a replay, because I can talk about it then. But Crowny's fed. That's all I need to say. He can probably kill all of Heretics if they run at him. Okay, here we go. So, Yankos and Ebby think they can kill off Crowny. They don't get enough stacks on him for the brittle proc. And as such, they're forced to kind of run. They get taken low. And Mercer especially is taken low. He's pretty much dead if he gets tagged by anything. In fact, all of Heretics are low, except for one member. And that member is Jack Spectra, who he's forced to walk down this bottom choke into an Ash Arrow. We don't actually see it on screen, but it's just perfectly put on the choke corner. Because you're gonna either... In League, you want to hug the walls to optimize your path, as you see. And because of that, Jack Spectra gets tagged by an arrow. Mercer dies to the Azir. And essentially, TPs are coming out from BDS in order to try and get the top tier, well, the middle inhib tower. They do not get that. Instead, Yankos picks up a double kill and tries to kill Crowny, but we end up seeing him fall instead. It's a good play overall for BDS because they still have pressure on the map. They didn't stop. They did stop, sorry, Soul being picked up. And, okay, time to talk items. Huh. So Sedge has gone Warmogs, Radiant Virtue, and Anathemas. Personally, instead of Anathemas, I might have gone Mikhail's to protect my ADC. Like, yes, you can put the Anathemas down onto Crowny and kind of reduce the damage he outputs. But, like, if you put Mikhail's on you, you can give Jack Spectra the escape tool he needs because he's just being tagged by arrows and he has no way to nullify it. Yes, that's a mistake on his part for not to go and cleanse and go and heal, but damn. You should realistically itemize to protect your carry. And I could say the same about Heimer going Leandries and Rylai's, and he's probably going to build Mikhail's third. But, like, I don't like the build. I don't like the builds coming out from Heretics here. Because you are essentially... Wow, nice arrow, actually, from Labrov. And the stopwatch. That's a lot of ults burnt out by Heretics. Abby's on the flank. He's targeted. He just bursted. That's a nice... Emperor's Divide. Oh, Adom's Haymaker. Yeah, there's not enough ult power from Heretics. They used them all onto Labrov, and he just avoided a lot of the damage. This overall is just free for BDS. Yankos could steal. He's forced back. Oh, Labrov dies to the Baron. That's a good fight out from BDS, though. They've somehow found their way back into the game. Drake, though, is on the table in 8 seconds, which is definitely going to be the deciding fight. Yankos misses his ult. I say misses. He hits someone, but he hits the wrong target. Which means that his ult is off the table for this Drake. Heretics are very split. Ebby's nowhere near. Jack Spectra's clearing mid. The Drake's gone. Unless Yankos somehow miracle seals it. Nah, that's it. Ebby's now target. He's on his own, isolated. Yeah. Sed was stunned, presumably from an Ash Arrow. Yeah, Ebby gets killed. Unlucky. If you're Heretics, they've kind of thrown this game away from draft. I'm not saying they've drafted bad, but I'm saying they just don't have the right summoners. It should have been cleansed on Jack Spectra. Arrow hits again. The volleys are just doing work. Cease and desist. Jack Spectra the target. Yikes. Poor ult from the Silas. And game's over. Heretics get destroyed. 27 minutes into the game, giving BDS a nice, big, juicy win on their path to the group stage, where they now face a G2. Honestly, okay, let's be real about this game. It wasn't one-sided. It was very scrappy early, and it was just fun. I think the explosivity of the two drafts was shown by how they were able to land stuns and just fight. Right now, I would have said, I'm going to pause it here, I would have said that BDS going up against G2 will have definitely seen these games and realized, okay, how do we break down BDS who just want to fight? Simple. Drag a game long and hope that BDS don't outscale you. That's how I see it going. You've definitely got to look at topside, which saw a lot of focus out from BDS this game. Not a lot of success was found, but they found some things that allowed them to keep ahead and go aggressive. Obviously, Adam getting first blood helped him a lot in lane against the Renekton, and that essentially just allowed him to kind of play it even, I would say. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Woo! Birthday tomorrow. Hopefully I'm treated to some good games between Koi and Vitality and the winner of G2 BDS and Astralis Mad. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys for next week's best of 3 breakdowns. Yes, you're going to be getting a full series on this channel on a weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll see you guys then.